Yesterday on TikTok, somebody asked me, "When were you born? Like, which era or which generation are you from? Are you a millennial or a Gen Z?" Like, I'm paraphrasing. He asked me that kind of question, and then I asked him, like, I was born in the '90s, so I would be considered. I wouldn't call myself that, but I would be considered by society as a millennial. So, and then he asked me that which time was better? Was it better back in the days, or is it better now? So I told him, well, do you want the subjective answer or the objective answer? And he was like, just tell me, like, give me an answer. So the objective is the time is always the same. Ever since time is just something we created so that we count, like, because our days on earth are numbered, but time is infinite. There is the beginning, which has no beginning, like it's created by the Almighty, and then there is the end, which has no end. But our life on this earth is finite. So time He created for time for us so that we count, uh, so that we were able to count how long we have been here. It's a measurement for our existence on this realm. So that is objective. So what time is better? Well, human beings have been here like for a very long time, and human beings are always the same. Their nature is the same. There are those who are believers and those who do not believe. There are those who strive to be their best self. There are those who do not do that. There are those who think there is a higher power. There are those who do not think. So the inside is pretty much the same. There are those who have peace and motivation and belief and hope. Creativity and all of that stuff. And there are those who are imbued with the opposite of these beautiful qualities. So it's pretty much the same. Uh, but the field might be the same for the different. For example, the time, like the situation, like the playing field was not the same. For example, our external world were not the same. Was not the same 40 years ago, 50 years ago, 100 years ago, 200 years ago. And there are times where civilizations were built, and then the civilizations have also fell. For example, if you go back 1,000 years back, some 1,000 or so, there was the Dark Ages in Europe. They call it the Dark Ages. They called it a Black Plague. I don't know why they call it the Black Plague, but where these people were like so dirty, like different, ridden with different types of sicknesses, and they never showered, stinky, all of that stuff. Now they have all these beautiful opportunities. And there was a time in Africa as well. There were places where they were like civilized, and then there were times where the civilizations fell. Not just like all over the world. It's like east, west, wherever you go. There was a time during the time of King Solomon, like the type of civilization that they had was like unseen before, like different type of civilization to what we have now. So what I'm trying to get at is the playing field may differ, like different differences in the playing field may exist, but the human beings, whether there is good, whether there is bad, whether there is success, where there is failure, their internal world is always going to be the same. So that is the objective answer. The subjective for me is, I told him now is better. He said, why is it now better? He said, I think way back, well, when we were children was better. Well, do you think it's better because you think the time was better, or do you love the time because you love yourself? You're being selfish. So when you're a kid, like, people do stuff for you, your parents or whoever it may be, and you don't have to take responsibility. You don't have to think about tomorrow. You don't have to think about this and that. So is it because you love the time, or is it because you love yourself? So that is a subjective answer. For me, I am better now. I know better. I have grown. I have matured. I have started understanding how life really works. Back in the days, I didn't know that. Like 10, 15 years ago, there were a lot of things I didn't know. So, well, the point I'm trying to get across is, and for some, it might be bad. Who knows? But as you grow, as you grow older, you should be seeing life more as good. I would believe, I would, if you're seeing it as the worse and worse as you grow up, if you're thinking life is bad, life is worse, then maybe you're not growing. The problem is not outside, the problem is inside. That's my 2 cents. And whatever 2 cents you have also, you can comment. Peace.